bring together a few ideas for that. So I wanted to get started just a couple minutes early to talk about some of the semantics of sitting and a meditation practice. And first of all, I'll tell you, you don't have to sit pretzel style on the floor if that doesn't suit you. You can sit in a chair, you can sit against the wall. If you have back problems and you need to lie down, that's okay. You just want to be clear that sleeping is a side effect of laying down. So it's better if we can sit up, and part of that is for breathing reasons. So we can get a full deep breath, and when you're lying down prone, you may not get as full of a breath. But like I said, if you need to for medical reasons or that sort of thing, just adjust as you need to. So again, you don't have to sit on the floor, but if you do, I have a couple cushion examples. I sit on, this is like an Asian dining room chair, so it's got a cushion on the bottom, and it actually has hinges. It folds flat. There are things called back jacks that they have a little bit more of an angle to them, so when you sit on them and rest, it seems like you're in a recliner a little bit. So I have one of those. It's not my preference unless I put something behind me to help me kind of be more upright. With that being said, you don't really want to lounge if you don't need to. If you can sit up with your back off of a support, that's also helpful. But again, if you need to for physical reasons, certainly do that. And sometimes if you're sitting for a long period of time, you just want to rest a little bit. I certainly do for longer meditations, take a break and lean back a bit. That being said, I kind of like this for this situation. I also use a round or crescent-shaped meditation cushion, and I'll show you some different ones. This one is just, I believe this is Carolina Morning kapok filled. So kapok is kind of like cotton, but it's a tree fiber, so it's rather hard. It doesn't give much, and that's good. So you don't just sink down as if you were sitting on like a throw pillow or something like that. So it gives some definite stability, and these are a good sit. They're pretty lightweight as well, so if you need to tote it around, if you go to a meditation place or go outside, you can always take them along or travel or whatever. This one is buckwheat filled, so it's, as you can hear, it's a little crunchy, sounds a bit like popcorn. And I have a preference for these because I can sort of adjust and push them back and get a shorter, or push them forward, or kind of ball them up and get a higher seat if I need. So if you are sitting with your knees on the ground and your feet back, this can be a good option to put under kind of your perineum area to support you. You can do the same thing with the kapok. So this is really pretty versatile. And for a special support, I love these crescent style ones because they come back under your thighs a little bit, and for me it helps for your leg or your foot not falling asleep. So it gives a little bit more support rather than kind of a hot point where those round cushions may hit further up on your leg and cause foot falling asleep. So I really like these. They also make these in an inflatable version, which I have one, and it is. I thought it would last, maybe a little while and then pop. Let me just tell you, it's rigid. I travel with it, so you can inflate it, and it's tough enough that you can sit in nature. I have sat, outside with, dirt and, pebbles and things, sticks, whatever, I try to clear the area, but, I've used it outside, and it's tough as nails. I've even rinsed it off to get, it's got kind of a microfiber sort of velvety kind of finish. You know what I'm talking about? That vinyl with the, fuzz. It has a little travel case, that sort of thing. Most of these things you can get on Amazon. You can get them on Dharma Crafts. You can get them on Carolina Morning is a particular favorite of mine. These also come in an oval. I have not used an oval yet, but I just ordered one, as well as, so this is called a Zafu, short Zafu, and then Zabuton is the bigger one that is sort of the cushion on the floor, so you're up off the floor. I don't use one currently in here because there's a carpet on this floor, so it's fairly comfortable, but I just ordered a set just from Amazon, and it has an oval buckwheat filled, and I believe the base is either cotton filled or kapok filled, so it's a good cushion to sit on as well. So I'll show you those when they come in later this week. But so there's options and different ways of sitting as well. Here's my. I also use a mala. You usually see or hear me messing with my mala. It is my invitation to be here in this moment. So it's here and now. I can touch it physically. It's here, it's here, it's here. You can also use it for counting, like counting mantra or counting breaths or anything like that. So it's I call it the original fidget spinner. So those are some tools you can use. I also like a meditation shawl, which I don't have one within arm's reach, to either put on my lap. You can use it for modesty. So if you're sitting with others and you don't want your, everything exposed, whatever, you can put it on your lap. I like it over my shoulders as well. They're typically on the thinner side, so that you can use them in an air-conditioned area where you might feel some, some breeze from a air conditioning unit or that sort of thing. Sometimes it just makes you feel just a little more enveloped. So I often use those, and I get quite a few of mine from Om Shanti Crafts. And if you go to, I think my the Backyard Buddhist podcast website, I have a link on there to get them. So anyhow, so there's the tools that we want to use is our body, our breath, and our mind. So posture is super important. So you want to sit upright, like I mentioned earlier, so that your breath your lungs can fully inflate. So you want to be not too tight, not too loose, but upright. You want to make sure that your chin is parallel to the floor. The shoulders are relaxed and down. I just like pretty much my hands here, just resting gently on my thighs or on my knees, or I may bring them in. It's really up to you for comfort. So this helps me not pull so much forward and my posture fall. So if I sit this way, it helps with my posture. So that's a little tip. we want to breathe into our lower belly. This is diaphragmatic breathing, and it's important. We'll talk more about it in the next Tuesday and Wednesday. We'll talk more about diaphragmatic breathing, but really, essentially, it's when we breathe in through the nose, if possible, that the belly moves out. And then when we just release, it just sort of deflates. And this takes us from a sympathetic breath, which is fight or flight, to a parasympathetic breath, which is more like rest and digest. And we'll just start to feel more calm in breathing this way. So we want to sit upright so we can breathe. Our mind is the attentiveness. We're attentive to this moment, not taking journeys, not looking for insight, so much insight or premonitions or anything like that. We're not looking for visions. We are practicing natural awareness meditation. So that means we're naturally aware in this moment and catching ourselves in those moments of distraction and gently bringing our attention back to this moment. So in that, we want to first commit to sit. So when we find our time, we want to say, okay, I'm going to sit for however long you decide. Maybe it's 5 minutes, maybe it's 10 minutes, maybe it's 30 minutes. It's up to you, and there's no magical number that's going to get you to your the state that you're looking for. So just be clear that you can sit for just a few minutes and calm yourself. You can sit for a longer time and continue to calm yourself. It's moment by moment by moment. And this is the moment that we do it in. So we commit to sit, then we want to sit, we want to arrive and settle onto our seat. So we've committed that we're going to sit here now, and now we're going to let everything just kind of go. That means putting away the task list, putting away this is not the time to decide what career path you want to take or what you want to buy at the grocery store. This is about reconditioning our minds to be here and now in this awakened moment. Okay, so we're gonna arrive and settle. I like 3 big breaths to get that done. So breathing in and feeling the sensation as it comes through my nose and down into my belly. I can feel the whole body respond. Maybe holding just a moment to feel the sensation of holding breath, and then feeling the sensation of release. So 3 big deep breaths to help you arrive and settle. We can also use things like mantra or chanting to help us arrive and settle into the moment. We won't do that today. We'll just use breath. And then we want to focus and concentrate. So the easiest for me is to follow our breath, knowing that the breath is in this moment and only this moment. It's not in the past, it's not in the future, it's here and now. So if you just simply want to follow that breath, it's like a Vipassana style meditation that we practice in Theravadan style. So just following the breath and the sensation of breath will keep you here and now, here and now, here and now, right? So focus and concentrate, and then we just want to rest and release into this moment, into this only moment, into the moment that we understand that we have the breath and the heartbeat and the situation that we need to be alive and thriving in this moment. So rest and release, and then we just return. So it's just a simple few steps of arriving and settling, focusing and concentrating, and then just relaxing and releasing into it. Yeah? I got a lot of words in, and now I'm ready to sit and meditate, and I hope you are too. So I'm going to ring this bell 3 times, as always, and this marks the beginning of our meditation period, and then we'll ring it again when we are done. And you can go back to what you were doing, but during this time, just focus here and now, where everything is alive. Taking a few deep, meaningful, attentive breaths. Let everything else fall away and simply focus on the sensation of your breath. Focusing here and now, letting everything come and go, arise and settle, each sensation, emotion, thought, each one arising and settling. We don't need to force it. We don't need to grasp onto them. Just let them come and go, just like the breath. Imagine the breath coming and going like waves on a shoreline or on a beach. Coming and going spontaneously. So as we sit, remember there's no other place to go, no place to be. Here is exactly where you should be. Not trying to achieve anything, not trying to fix or undo anything. Just sitting, breathing, and being awake and aware, watching. So if that was your first time, congratulations, you survived. And if it's your 1000th time, ah, ah. So ideally you want to do this at least once a day. I like a few meditation periods a day. I like one first thing in the morning to just calm myself and center myself before I go throughout the day. I obviously love this one at 2:30 in the afternoon. And for me, it takes some focused meditation and breath awareness to sleep. I have a little bit of anxiety and insomnia, which is part of the reason I found this. So I get at least 3 periods a day in, and they don't have to be long. You can do it 5 or 10 minutes, whatever your schedule allows. But remember, you do have time. You're not out of time. And the meditation masters will say meditate for 20 minutes a day if you have time, and if you don't have time, try an hour. So I'll be back here tomorrow. It's helpful to meditate together. Remember that these are always recorded, so however you found this, whatever vessel, whether it be Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, or via our website, you can access these as recorded as well and play them as many times as you'd like. It doesn't cost anything to play them, so use them as the tool that you need. And I'll be back here tomorrow at 2:30, and we'll talk a little bit about more about breath and the benefits of breath awareness and how to use that in a very calming and soothing, centering way. I'll see you